Chapter 16 Suchness, Tathagata Suchness. Subhuti said, as the non-observation of all dharmas, to be sure, is this dharma taught. Nowhere is this dharma obstructed. Through its identity with space, this dharma is, to be sure, marked with non-obstruction, since no traces of it are noticed. It has no counterpart, because it is without a second. It has no opponent, because it has gone beyond all opposites. It is without a trace, because it has not been caused to become. It is unproduced, because there is no occasion for rebirth. It is pathless, because no path is noticed. Sakura and the god said, born after the image of the Lord is this disciple, the holy Subhuti, the elder. For whichever dharma he demonstrates, he always starts from emptiness. Subhuti said, because he is not born, is Subhuti, the elder, born after the image of the Tathagata. He is born after the image of the Tathagata's suchness. As that has neither come nor gone, so also the suchness of Subhuti has neither come nor gone. From the very beginning, Subhuti the elder has been born after the image of the Tathagata suchness, because the suchness of the Tathagata and the suchness of all dharmas are the same thing, and they are both the suchness of Subhuti the elder. Born after the image of that suchness is Subhuti the elder, hence born after the image of the Tathagata. But that suchness is also no suchness, and after the image of that suchness has he been born. It is in that sense that the elder Subhuti is born after the image of the Tathagata, and that as a result of the established order of the suchness of the Tathagata. Subhuti's suchness is immutable and unchangeable, undiscriminated and undifferentiated, just as the suchness of the Tathagata. It is thus that Subhuti the elder, immutable, unchangeable, undiscriminated, undifferentiated, through that suchness, is born after the image of the Tathagata. And just as the suchness of the Tathagata, which is immutable and undifferentiated, is nowhere obstructed, so also the suchness of all dharmas, which is also immutable and undifferentiated. For the suchness of the Tathagata and the suchness of all dharmas, they are both one single suchness, not two, not divided. A non-dual suchness, however, is nowhere, is from nowhere, belongs to nowhere. It is because it is a suchness which belongs to nowhere that it is non-dual. It is therefore through an unmade suchness that the elder Subhuti is born after the image of the Tathagata. An unmade suchness, however, is at no time not suchness, and therefore it is non-dual. It is in this sense that the elder Subhuti is born after the image of the Tathagata. Just as the suchness of the Tathagata is undiscriminated and undifferentiated at all times and in all dharmas, so also the suchness of Subhuti. And for that reason, although we seem to have a duality when Subhuti has been conjured up from the suchness of the Tathagata, nevertheless nothing real has been lopped off that suchness, which remains unbroken, because one cannot apprehend an actually real agent that could break it apart. In that sense is Subhuti the elder born after the image of the Tathagata. As the suchness of the Tathagata is not outside the suchness of all dharmas, so also the suchness of Subhuti. But what is not outside the suchness of all dharmas, that is not of anything not the suchness. The suchness of Subhuti is therefore just the same as the suchness of all dharmas. Subhuti the elder has undergone the experience of that suchness by imitating in himself the unaltered suchness. But in actual fact, no one has anywhere undergone a process of imitation. It is in that sense that Subhuti the elder is born after the image of the Tathagata. As the suchness of the Tathagata is neither past, nor future, nor present, so also the suchness of all dharmas. As born in the image of that suchness is Subhuti called, born after the image of the Tathagata. Because it is also through the suchness of the Tathagata, and not only his own, that he has conformed to suchness. It is just through the suchness of the Tathagata that he has conformed to past suchness. And it is just through past suchness that he has conformed to the suchness of the Tathagata. And so with the future and the present. It is through the suchness of the Tathagata that he has conformed to past, future, and present suchness. And it is through past, future, and present suchness that he has conformed to the suchness of the Tathagata. In this sense, the suchness of Subhuti and past, future, and present suchness, and the suchness of the Tathagata are not two, nor divided. The suchness of all dharmas and the suchness of Subhuti are therefore not two, nor divided. And also the suchness of the Lord when he was a bodhisattva, that is the suchness of the Lord when he had won full enlightenment. And that is the suchness through which a bodhisattva, when he or she has definitely won full enlightenment, comes to be called a Tathagata. The earth shakes, and many are saved. When this disquisition of the suchness of the Tathagata had taken place, the great earth shook in 6 ways, stirred, quaked, was agitated, resounded, and tumbled, as it did when the Tathagata won full enlightenment. Subhuti said, "It is thus, O gods, that Subhuti the elder is born after the image of the Tathagata, but he is not born after the image of form, or of any of the fruits of a holy life, from the fruit of a stream winner to Buddhahood. For those dharmas which might be born after the image of something, or in the image of which he would be born, they do not exist. They are not got at. It is thus that Subhuti the elder is born in the image of the Tathagata." Shariputra said, "This suchness, O Lord, courses in the deep." The Lord said, "So it is, Shariputra. But when this disquisition of suchness was expounded, the minds of 300 monks were freed from the outflows without any further clinging. 500 nuns obtained the pure, dispassionate, and unstained Dharma eye. 5,000 gods, who in the past had made the necessary preparations, acquired the patient acceptance of dharmas which failed to be produced. And the minds of 6,000 bodhisattvas were free from the outflows without any further clinging.